Teachers continue to adapt through this pandemic using social distancing learning models, from holding classes over Zoom to supporting students with no internet connection. However, school choice advocates continue to sound the alarm about too many teachers being in union-controlled schools. The topic is especially relevant as this week marks Teachers Appreciation Week. I spoke with Rebecca Friedrichs, a 28-year public school teacher whose U.S. Supreme Court case paved the way to free all public sector employees from forced unionism. Take a look. You have a PragerU video called "Why Good Teachers Want School Choice," which has over 5 million views. What are some of the main arguments?
Well, school choice gives teachers the freedom to do what's right for the children. Unfortunately, there's only one reason Americans and teachers don't have choice to choose whatever school is right for the teachers and the kids, and that's teachers' unions. They want everybody paying money to unions who do nothing, absolutely nothing, to improve education for kids or teachers. So when there's choice, teachers can do great things. They can do what's right for the kids and the families, and schools thrive.
You are the lead plaintiff in Friedreichs versus CTA, the California's Teachers Association. Tell us about that case.
So all teachers in the United States since the 1970s were forced to fund unions. Even if you were not a member, you were forced to fund them. For example, my husband was not a member and he had to pay $1,200 a year to unions who all they really did was make his job more difficult. I also had to pay them. So 10 California teachers stood together and we sued the CTA and the National Education Association, and we said, look, teachers shouldn't be forced to fund an organization we don't support. And we eventually were able to win in June of 2018, and now no public sector employees in the entire country are forced to fund unions.
And what are some issues that still need to be reformed in our education system? We talk about unionism a lot. What else? Because there's also Common Core. I know that that's been a hot topic. What are some of the other issues?
Yeah, Common Core is a mess, and the reason it's a mess is because the unions are the ones who wrote the curriculum or provided the curriculum. You know, there are these horrible, what they call racial equity discipline policies in our schools. Basically, what's happened is nobody's allowed to punish any wrongdoing anymore. So these poor teachers, classrooms have become war zones. They're not allowed to hold students accountable. We have a radical sex ed that's in our schools now that's really child abuse. Teachers are against these things, but they're all being pushed by these unions and other special interest groups who have taken over our schools. So there's so much that needs to be fixed. Basically, in my opinion, schools were never meant to be, quote, public schools or run by the government or run by any kind of special interest. They were meant to be run by local communities. So the government needs to get its finger out, and the unions need to get out and let local communities do the job.
We know schools are on lockdown right now, but many teachers are continuing to teach students through social distancing reforms. What are some ways to thank teachers during Teachers Appreciation Week?
You know what? We all love teachers who put the children first, who are servant leaders, right? Those are the teachers we need to thank. In my opinion, the best way we can thank great teachers is to educate them that these unions are not their friend, because a lot of teachers are still funding them and still think that they might be doing good things for teachers when they're not. So in my opinion, we have something called Adopt a Teacher at forkidsandcountry.org. People can find out how to adopt a teacher, how to love on them, how to educate them and help them to break free so that we can do great things for kids. And I want to say thanks to the teachers out there who really are delivering amazing education during this lockdown, during a very difficult time, especially some teachers at a school called Gompers in San Diego. They're fighting for their freedom right now from unions and doing a really great job with the kids while the kids are home.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.